Hello friends, it's Miss Couch, your teaching artist from KidSmart, here with our last visual art lesson of the summer. More fun stuff to do with things that you find around the house, maybe that other people were going to throw away, but you're going to create something amazing. And this lesson is how to make these little stars. They're kind of like Christmas ornaments, but stars belong to lots of holidays. They're on our United States flag, so sometimes people use them with 4th of July, Memorial Day, Flag Day, but also Christmas is very popular, or winter solstice, or you do summer solstice. So you could do these all, in yellow, orange, and red. The sun is just one giant star, right? So I'm going to show you how to make these using sticks and ties that you find around the house. So, supplies you'll need. Obviously, you will need some sticks, which I picked up outside, and I'm going to break up to the size that I need. A ruler is helpful, but not necessary, but I like to use a ruler. Some scratch paper. So here I have an envelope, and here I have some packaging from a frozen food that I got out of the trash. Marker. Binder clips. I find these are helpful. And a pair of scissors. That's all there is to it. So this particular star is a 6-pointed star. It's made by putting 2 triangles together, and that is the example that I'm going to make for you today. But that's not the only kind of star there is. You might also make stars that are 5-pointed stars, and these stars have the letter A hidden in them. I'll show you a trick at the end if you want to make 5-pointed stars. And of course, there's an 8-pointed star you can make, and I'm just going to draw that really quick on this envelope. That starts with basically a hashtag shape. So you have a hashtag like this, and then you crisscross to make all your hashtag ends meet, and that's an 8-pointed star. So if you feel very adventurous, you can make this 8-pointed star. We're not going to go over that in the video, but you can feel free to do some lashing and tying and make a cool star like this. It wouldn't be too hard. Actually, I might try that after the video myself. All right, here is the star we are going to make. It takes 2 triangles, so I drew one here. Basically, you're going to want an equilateral triangle. I started off with my 2 sides using a ruler. They're both 5 inches, but my bottom one ended up more like 6 inches. That's okay. Now I'm going to draw the second triangle. All right, first triangle. And then I made these little marks here. This is 2.5 is half of 5. 2.5 inches is half of 5. And 3 is half of 6. So you can see 1, 2, 3. These are all at the halves. So my next star has to come up at a point above that middle part. And it has to come at a point somewhere over here. So there's 1 and 2 and 3 parts. So there is basically what your 6-pointed star looks like. And the reason I drew it like that so that I can make my sticks the right length. Here's a nice straight stick that I can break. That is a good one for that length. This one curves a lot. I don't know if I can use that one. I'll set it aside. This one's a lot straighter. So I'm going to snap it like that. This one is pretty straight for a while. I'll snap it like that. Here's another stick. You can see it has this extra part I'm not going to need. So I'll take that off. And then it looks like this is the straightest part. So I'll snap it down here and I'll snap it up at the top. And that will be good for there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks. I need 6 sticks. This star needs 6 sticks. Here's another. Well, that one kind of bends. That's pretty good. Oh, this part's really straight. I'll use this part. And break off these little extra pieces I don't need. Right, so there's, all we need is this one piece right here. So that looks pretty good from there to there. Now I have my 6 pieces for my star. But how am I going to put them together, you might ask? All right, let's talk about that. You have lots of options for how to tie these together. You could use little strips of fabric. I'm probably going to save this for my loop to tie it up with at the top, but that will be good. You could use some of the embroidery floss that I've been talking about, all these different colors. Or here's what it looks like usually when you get it from the store, like this. That might be really pretty to do with black, or you can buy it in shimmery colors, silver or gold. Of course, yarn would work. Yarn, or here is ribbon from my gift tying. This is from my present, where I wrap presents. Usually I just wrap presents in bags, but I might tie a bow with this. So that's a ribbon from my gift tying. Here is another kind of cut up fabric, and this works wonderful. This is an old t-shirt. You can see it's super springy and stretchy. I like this for the project, but I'm gonna try something else today. I'm gonna try cutting up a grocery sack, foodette from Rouse's. Okay, so we're going to get out the scissors, cut off the handles. Now, just from cutting off the handles, I have two nice ties right there. Okay, then I'm going to take my bag and I'm folding it several times. And then this bag already had a hole in it, so I wasn't going to use it in the trash can or anything like that. So here I'm going to go cutting. The first one might not work because the ends don't match up, but then you're going to have all of these cuts like this. That I'm going to use to tie together my star. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, here's those first two that I cut from the handles. Here are many, many more that I cut. Here are my sticks on their outline. Oh my goodness. Now the way this works is with lashing, and I'm just going to pick 2 points to be the top. Now when I lay down my sticks, I did it in all kind of order. So here's one that's on top. There's another one that's on top, but I need 2 that touch each other. So these 2, well, they don't touch each other at the right place. These two that make this little point right here, that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to have a little X like this, and I'm going to have my plastic sack tie. I'm going to leave a lot extra so I have something to make a knot with. And I'm going to go through the middle like that. And I'm going to go around the outside. So this is not like a letter X in the middle. It's more like the tippy top of the letter A. And I went around and around and around and around and around. I turn around back one time. I turn around this one time. And that's just enough for me to tie a knot. Tie it once. And tie it twice. I'm going to try to move my pieces. There we go. I tied it twice. Next stick, let's see. Must be this one. So here I have 3 still laying on my paper. That's going to be triangle 2. And this one's going to be the other part of triangle 1. All right, here is one of the loops that I cut off of the bag. You can see it makes a great big loop like this. That's big. All I have to do is snip through. And now I have a nice long tie to do my next piece. Here's my tail for tying a knot with. Don't need it right now. Here I made like a little X, but not in the center, just on the edge. So I'm going to go around a couple of times. I'm going to go through a couple of times. That is my start, and I want to move it up. Scooch it, because I want my star point to be pretty small. There we go. Well, that broke, but it's okay, because I will just take my tail and tie a knot, because this was so long that I have lots of extra. 1, 2, come on, knot. Knot number 2. Oh my goodness, here's a good time to use the binder clip. These two parts have got to go together to be the third part of my star. And they are bothering me when I'm trying to tie the knot. So I put the binder clip down here to help the stick stay still and stay in their triangle shape. Oh my goodness, this knot is making me crazy. Just keep trying, artists. You will get what you need. Okay, double knot, and I still have, oh man, I still have my triangle. It didn't fall apart because I have that great binder clip. I still have all of this. So I'm going to take this one I was working on, take another long tail, and I'm going to go around, under, over, both directions, over, around. Here I go. If you've ever made a God's eye, that's what I'm doing here. Over and under and over and under. And then wrap it around and go the other way. Over and under. Over and under. Over and under. And that is really coming together well. So I think I'll tie my double knot, one, and I'm being careful not to pull it too tight and break it. 1 and 2, like that. And now I have here where I put the binder clip on. I can take that off. I can make another. This is from the top. I think I'll use it. Gotta cut it with my scissors. Like that. And I gotta make this long tail. Then I'm looking at where these make an X. And I'm thinking, go through the middle once or twice. And go, there's one more time around them, through the middle. And then around, once and twice. And now I'm going to do my lashing where I go under and over and under and over, under and over, under and over. And then maybe I'll wrap around a couple of times and go the other way, under this one, and over here, and under, and over, and under, over, and now I can pull it through and tie my double knot. Here we go. Once and twice. Now I'm going to take my scissors and cut off, snip, snip, all of these things, all these little bits. I got to make sure I get them in the trash can. I definitely do not want any of this on the floor or some little kid or pet could get it in their mouth and choke. Throwing all of this in the trash. All right, I have made my first triangle, and I'm going to look at it and see how it looks. Ooh, pretty close. Pretty close. Now I have 3 more sticks. And remember, they're going to make another triangle like this. So it's pretty easy when I have the first 2 to tie together. Make my long tail. And go around once, around twice, around once, around twice. That's pretty good. Then I'm going to do my lashing over and under, over and under, and over and under. I'm wrap it around and go the other way. Over and under, and over and under. It's so easy when there's only 2 sticks. Over and under, and over and under. And now I'm ready to tie my double knot. 1 and 2. Now, last stick. It, of course, has to go like this. So I'm going to put my binder clip down, holding these 2 together, because it can make you a little bit crazy when you're working on one side and the other side is flopping around. So here's another plastic tie I'm going to use. That. Long tail to tie a knot with. And I'm going to go through the middle. Make this tiny. Up to the top, through the middle. Up through the top. And then around and around. And now my lashing, which is over and under, over and under, over and under, over and under. And then I'll wrap around a couple times and switch so that it's under and over, under and over. And then I'm ready for my knot. 1, 2. And this is the last one right here. If I take my scissors and cut this off, I can use the second half. Still have plenty to do this bit. Making a long tail and moving them close together. I'm going to go through the middle once and twice. And I'm going to go around the outside once and twice. And now I'm going to go over and under, and over and under, over and under, lashing. Then I'm going to turn it around so that I go the opposite way. And I go over where I used to go under, and under where I used to go over. And now I'm ready to tie my knots. once and twice. And then, using the scissors again for my trash pile, cutting off all these little ends like this. So now I have my 2 stars, and they came out pretty close. I can decide which one's going to be on the top and which one's going to be on the bottom. That looks great. Now I have to tie them together. I used the stretchy t-shirt on the last one I did. It was so great, but I'm going to try this ribbon from my package wrapping, my present wrapping this time. So you want to start by tying a knot to get it started, but leave a nice long tail so that when you come back to the end, you'll be able to tie again. Now, this is another time when it will probably help to take my binder and clip 2 parts of my star together to help it hold still. Oh, that wasn't right. This point has to go up higher. So that will be better. All right, so here's my purple, and I'm bringing it up higher, winding it around a couple of times. Then I'm taking it over to the next place where the triangles cross and going around once and twice. All right, taking this one off and going around here once and twice. Next point. Now these 2 don't really want to touch each other, but that's okay. I'll just go as tight as I can without breaking the sticks, bending them towards each other. And then over here is the next place. And again, they don't really want to touch each other, but I'm just gonna, actually they're not too far apart. Go twice around. And here we go to the place where I started, where I tied that starter knot. And I'm bringing it through 2 more times, and I'm ready to tie that knot. Once, twice, and then I can snip off, and I have plenty here to use for my top when I'm going to hang it. So I have to decide which is the top. I think I'll make this one the top. I will make a loop and tie. There's my 2 ends together, going around my 2 fingers and up through the middle. There's my overhand knot, and I can hang that up with this one that I made. It has a much shorter loop on it. But there's 2, and I think I'll make a few more, and I'll hang them up from a big stick that I took all the little sticks off of. So that's your 6-pointed star, and I'm going to show you a little tip if you want to try a 5-pointed star. Right here you can see the letter A. So when I make a star like this, I start by making this point and making a letter A. But then I can't close the triangle. So the next thing I do is put my sticks down and just tie a little bit around there to make my letter A. Let me show you what that looks like. Stick number 1, stick number 2, and stick number 3, make an A. But instead of, well, I can use one of my pieces right here, and I can tie together the top. But instead, I'm just going to put the big binder clip on it. So here's my big binder clip holding together the top of the A. Okay? Then I'm going to just take, I don't think that's big enough. Here we go. Just going to take a little tie like this, and I'm just tying it one time here, and then getting another one. I have to cut loose a little bit. And I'll tie this other one here. So I'm just making my letter A shape. There's my letter A. Now I can lash here under the binder clip. I can lash these two parts together, and then lash this point and this point. At the end, I can take off these temporary ties that I needed to make the letter A. I can get rid of those at the end after I put all my other points together, because the lashing will be this point and this point. And then I can get rid of this. And the lashing will be this point here and this point here. And I'll be able to get rid of these temporary ties. That's advanced if you want to try it. And then, of course, remember the option to work on the 8-point star if you feel like you have extra time to work on that. Hey guys, I've had a lot of fun making these videos for you, and I hope that you have tried to make some of the things in my videos. I would love to see your projects that you have been making this spring and this summer, and you can send them in an email to KidSmart. That is really easy to do. You can look for us on the web, kidsmart.org. O-R-G. You can go to our YouTube channel and find out how to connect with us. You can look for us on Facebook. You can look for us on Tumblr. And you can find ways to share your pictures of what you made with us. And that would be so exciting to see. All right, have fun with your stars. Creative problem solvers, each and every one of you. I will love to see what you've been making. Bye-bye.